Hello, YouTube family. Welcome to Happy Crappy Hour recap for today. Our topic is narcissists and crimes of passion. And the reason I want to talk about crimes of passion is because it may look like narcissists commit crimes of passion because they're very furious and they throw these great, tremendous fits, and you think, well, this is a crime of passion. Well, in a court of law, crimes of passion are slightly treated slightly different than other violent crimes because in a moment of insanity, and they will call it temporary insanity, you are thrown into a situation where you have lost all your senses essentially and of normalcy and rationality, and you will go and commit a crime of passion. I described one of these crimes of passion, an actual crime of passion, in my Happy Crappy Hour, where a coworker's cousin uh, committed a crime of passion when he caught his wife cheating with somebody. And in that moment that he caught them, he flipped out and committed the crime. But here's the deal, the judge was looking at the possibility of temporary insanity because being jolted like that out of the blue, suddenly he lost his mind and went temporarily insane and committed the crime. So the judge was looking at possible clemency, which is forgiveness of his crime, because he was not in his right mind when he committed it. Now, why would one crime be forgiven and another crime not be forgiven? So, say a narcissist commits the same kind of crime where they murder somebody, right? So, why would then a narcissist not be forgiven, but then somebody else who commits a crime of passion be forgiven? And the difference there is that narcissists have a pattern. They do not commit these crimes out of just sudden loss of insanity. They they continually they continually, how do I say this, operate on this level of entitlement. It's not a loss of insanity. It's an injury to their ego that they cannot take. So they feel entitled to commit a crime against another person. And the difference between someone who commits a crime of passion and a narcissist committing the exact same crime is that the narcissist will not feel remorse. They won't feel guilt. They won't feel regret about what they did, other than how it affects them. They don't feel the regret or remorse or guilt because of how it affected the victim or the victim's family. In fact, they'll see the family of the victim as their enemy because the victim's family, of course, will be mad at the narcissist for hurting their loved one, for committing the crime against their loved one, right, who is now gone, and they cannot have their loved one anymore. Yeah. So the narcissist then sees the families not as victims of their crime, but then now as an enemy, and now they're entitled to also hate that family and go after that family. This is how narcissists think versus how someone who suddenly loses their mind because their world was shocked and they were turned upside down and they flip out. Okay. Someone who commits a crime of passion will start to feel remorse nearly right afterwards. It won't take them months and years or decades later to start to feel remorse about what they did. They'll actually come to their senses within hours, possibly, sometimes within minutes, and realize, what have I done? What have I done? How could I have done this? And they feel so bad, and they try to save the victim. They actually make efforts to save the victim, not just walk away cold-heartedly and spitting and, still angry and feeling entitled that what they did was justified, right? This is how narcissists think. They commit these crimes that look like a crime of passion, but actually it is a continual rollout of what their life really is and how they actually think. So I do talk about some of the criminals I've mentioned in the past in other videos, and I will have links to those videos, you guys, if you want to watch those, about Clay Waller, who in a jailhouse phone call to his cousin says to his cousin that the wife that he murdered, why are what is 2 years later? Why are we still talking about her? What about me? I'm the one who's suffering in jail. So this is how a narcissist thinks. They don't think about the victim. He did not think about his own children. He didn't think about her parents or her siblings. He just thought about him, right? Himself. And this is what narcissists do. Yes, they can only see their own suffering. They cannot see that they caused the suffering of others. They cannot see that they've created such a horrible situation that other people will suffer the rest of their life. They just cannot even imagine how other people are possibly suffering more than they are. I've also done a video about Betty Broderick, which brings up a lot of conversation, by the way, you guys, some of which I really don't like because there are far too many people who continually defend her actions. Now, I can understand feeling sorry for her and feeling sympathy for her for what she went through, being cheated on, and then her husband moved on with another woman and she felt like she lost her whole life. I get that. I understand that. But, and even the gaslighting, horrible, just all horrible. So I understand the sympathy for her in those situations or for that situation. But I do not understand the justification that people feel that she had for killing her husband and his new wife. Like, that is not justification, you guys, for taking somebody else's life. It is never justification to take somebody else's life unless it's in defense. You don't go out attacking them because you feel, because of a feeling you have, right? So Betty felt like he murdered. She even used those words. He murdered me. No, he did not murder her. She's alive. She's able to have her life. She's able to live her life. She's able to have a relationship with her children. She actually even had a boyfriend at the time. So she even moved on with another relationship, but not really moved on, as you understand. She is able to make decisions and choices and live. He did not murder her. But sadly, she held on to the resentment, she held on to the anger, the hatred, the bitterness, until it just overtook her. And it didn't just overtake her. Some people want to act as if what she did was a crime of passion. It was not a crime of passion. It was continual. It led up to that point. She ran her car into his home while her children were at his house. They could have been right behind the door when she ran her car through it. She didn't care. She had no concern about anybody else's safety, including her own children's safety. She just wanted revenge. That's a narcissist. They do not think about other people at all and what kind of harm or damage they might be doing to somebody else, even people they supposedly love, right? And people will defend her and say that she loves her children. Look, if you're on this channel, you know that narcissists will say they love someone and they will act as if, they're so offended for their loved ones. But ultimately, they will hurt their loved ones because they don't care. They don't really care even about their loved ones. If their loved ones don't serve a purpose in their life, they will no longer care about that person. Well, you guys, what I wanted to talk about is that the crime of passion, there will be remorse, there will be guilt. They will start to see the other person once they are no longer blinded by the anger or hate or whatever they were feeling in the midst of the crime of passion. A normal person will see the other person, their victim, as a victim. They will see that their victim didn't deserve to be treated the way they treated them. They're going to want to try to even save the victim or make up for what they did and repair what they did. Narcissists do not. Narcissists will feel entitled to take the other person's life, the narcissist will actually feel justified in attacking when they're not even being attacked. They will perceive, though, and that their feelings are so real that their feelings will justify them acting out. You guys, feelings are something to be controlled. Your feelings should not control you, right? Narcissists will allow their feelings to control them. So the good thing about being sane is that you can get control over your feelings. You can make your life better and not allow your feelings to keep you in a pit of hate and rejection or dejection or resentment or vengeance. That is where narcissists stay. They stay in this pit and they just don't get themselves out. So you guys, that's the difference between narcissist committing a crime and a normal person who suddenly loses their mind and has that temporary insanity. It's because their world is suddenly rocked and suddenly they lose their ability to think straight and this burst comes out of them. But with a narcissist, they have a track record. They're going to have repeated incidents in their past that indicate that they are unstable, right? It's not going to be just a sudden one-time thing for them. It will be a pattern of events with them. So you guys, that's how you know that there is a difference. And also the lesson here, and I hope for you guys, is that you do not want to be like the narcissist. You don't want to blame people. You don't want to hold resentment against people all of your life and hold a grudge for as long as you can. It is pointless to do that. If you're a narcissist, you will hold on to these things. If you're not a narcissist, you can let go of it. You have a choice. Even narcissists have a choice, of course, but narcissists choose not to let go. So I'm asking you guys, and I'm sharing with you guys because I want you guys to be able to let go of those things in order to move forward. Well, you guys, blessings to you. I hope that this has helped you understand a little bit more about narcissistic personality disorder, how they think and why they do the things they do, but also how irrational it is, how horrible it is, how unjustified it is. It is not justification, no matter, narcissists will think that any slightest injury to them is justification to lash out and destroy others. That is not how society should work. Society should work where you want others to treat you the way, or you want to treat others the way you want to be treated. Narcissists do not see the world that way. So anyway, blessings to you guys. Have a great week, and I will see you next week. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on the video, and watch a commercial once in a while. Thank you so much.